Are you aware of types of hazards in the workplace? Or even you discover and knows what types of hazard that might affect you at home or any work areas. Hi, this is Mr. Renan F. De La Cruz of Security and Safety Channel. Today, I'm going to bring you the hazard and its types. So join me and let's begin. Hazard. What is means by hazard? Hazard means anything that can cause harm, injuries, or even death to human being, and damage to property and loss. So, the injuries, the harm, or even death in the human life. This is called hazard. And, of course, loss and damage to property. This is also called the hazard. Now, what are the types of hazard? We have 6 types of hazards. What are they? Number 1, physical hazard. Number 2, chemical hazard. Number 3, ergonomic hazard. Number 4, radiation hazard. Number 5, psychological hazard. And number 6, biological hazards. So what are the example of physical hazard? Number 1, slips and trips. If you are working on a slippery floor, then you slip, then affect your human body. If you are working at height and you are trips and you are going down, so something will happen to you. Or you are working at heights and you are fall because you have no self-restraint or any safety precautions, then something will happen to you. Falls from height. Then unsafe or misuse of machinery. So if you use a machine, unsafe machine or unsafe, let's say for example a grinder, then it will cut your hand. Then excessive noise will affect and damage your hearing, sometimes loss of hearing. Then a poor lighting on the workplace, in the work area, will affect your eyesight. And of course, you are caught and struck by a flying object or a machine. It will affect our physical body, our physical being. And of course, lastly, the fire. So if you are affected by fire, and you get burned, and it will come into the fatality, then it will resulting to death. So that is the physical hazard. Let's go to the chemical hazard. Chemical hazards involve gases, dust, fumes, vapors, and liquids. This is the harmful chemicals that affect the human health. Then, let's go to the ergonomic hazard. For designs of equipment, workstation design or workflow, manual handling, and repetitive movement. So, ergonomics, we are talking about the way on how we set on the workplace. The distance of we are sitting and working on a computer, or shall we say our hand, our back, how we do it. So this is the ergonomics. And in the ergonomics, the most popular problem arises is the manual handling. That damage our back, damage our knees, damage our hands. So manual handling have a vast of discussion on the ergonomics hazard, which we can discuss on the upcoming session for this session. Let's go to the radiation hazard. Radiation hazards involve the radiation of microwave, the radiation of infrared, the radiation of ultraviolet rays, the lasers, the X-rays, and the gamma rays. All of these have harmful radiation to human health and human body. Okay, so we must aware of this. Let's go to the psychological hazard. Psychological hazards, it affects our mind, our brain. Number 1, frequent shift work, overworkloads, dealing with the unruly public, harassment, discrimination, and threat or danger. And lastly, the stress. This is the psychological hazard. And last one, the biological hazard. Biological hazards involves infection by bacteria, infected by a bacteria, a virus, just like nowadays. That every places affected by a virus. Fungi or a parasites through a cat. So if you have a cat or an often one, when a housefly is coming, then you let the housefly stay in there for a minute. It brings bacteria and get into our lungs. Then, insect bites, animal bites. Each and every one of us knows about it. And it is very popular. Let's say, for example, you are bite by the stray dogs. Okay? Or a contact with an infected person of an HIV diseases or a transferable disease. Or your contact with the contaminated objects such as blood stains and other things. So this is the types of hazards that we are being discussed. So again, the 6 types of hazards: physical hazards, chemical hazards, radiation hazards, ergonomics hazards, psychological hazards, biological hazards, and chemical hazards. So this is the examples. So if you have any comments, any suggestion on our subject matter, please leave your comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that I can notify you to the upcoming security and safety videos. So long guys, and God bless.